Good day. Tell me you have seen a portion, just a portion of the coronation today. Tell me you have seen a portion. Not a long time, not a significant amount of time, but tell me you said, okay. Tell me how you cannot be interested in an event that has been a part of our 2,000 year, I don't even know when, this weird pageantry of humanity called whatever it's called, I guess the monarchy. Tell me this is not the least bit of fleeting interest, not in the actual players, but in what we as human beings do in terms of ceremony. Tell me you don't sit back as an observer of human behavior and say, look at that. When you see a birthday party, when does ceremony, one of the things which fascinates me is weddings. Weddings. No one even remotely interested in what it really means, but we love the ceremony. We love like birthday parties, balloons, and ceremonies, investitures, inaugurations, retirement parties. Go to Party City. To be able to see, and for you to claim to be a member of this planet and to have no curiosity in the least to say, I witnessed a ceremony that humans, since man first, we've only been around not that long, a coronation of the richest, most powerful family on the planet today. Not the Rockefellers, not the Rothschilds, not anybody in the Saudi family. No. This is off the charts. And to see this and to look at this, tell me you have not said, look at what's happening here. Look at how the effects of this have changed, how the popularity is changing. That's interesting. Look at how nobody, even from the British entertainment, how they have not been. Look who's not there. Why are they turning their back? Is this part and parcel? Is this an offshoot of our own the demise of our own system? People don't get it. People don't understand this. They think this is like Dynasty or something. People don't understand it. They don't. This is a chance for you to peek into who runs the world. Look at what's happening right now. Look at the they don't get it. Fox News doesn't get it. People Magazine doesn't get it. Daily Mail doesn't get it. It's not about a coronation. It's not that. I don't understand it. What is this about? When there is a snub, when the President of the United States says, do I have to remind you? Let me put it to you this way. Where is our power? Simple question. Where is our power? Where is the power of the United States? Tell me. Where is the power? Where do we have it? Is it military? Is it economic? Manufacturing? What is it? Where is our power? How has this changed? What do you think it means when the President of the United States says, to not Charles, but to that absents itself from the world stage. What do you think that means? Everything is symbolism. Everything is symbology. Everything that we do. Look at how everything is being reoriented. The United States is losing. We are not a part of the system anymore. We are collapsing here. And we have a country that doesn't understand it. We live in a country of trolls where people think that everything is another meme, it's another GIF. Let's make fun, let's mock. No, go ahead and do that. What does this mean? How is the world, how is this realpolitik, how is everything being configured? Who runs the world today? What is happening? Think 5, 10, 15, 50 years out. What happens? What do you think? How does a disease manifest itself? It manifests itself, at least initially, by some form of a symptom, some symptomatology, something. And you look and you see, what does this mean? It's a cough, it's a rash, it's something. It doesn't necessarily mean anything in and of itself. This is incredible. Look at what's happening. Look how you have who represents one particular group of people in our country is and we have to understand that it is the kind of an elitist, it's the entertainment, shadow government, CIA, Oprah, Geffen, Spielberg, Hanks, Hollywood. Why is George Soros buying Vice magazine? He doesn't need to buy Vice. Why is George Soros buying this garbage Vice magazine? What was Vice magazine? What was it? Shane Smith or whatever it was? What was that? If I told you what that was, you wouldn't believe it. You would think, well, this was an attempt. It's like, oh my God. No. Mockingbird is still alive today. The Mockingbird is alive. What happened when the elite, when this division of the shadow government, Oprah, and the anointed, Oprah, Intel has always been a part of these people since the beginning of time, since the CIA first did, what was it? The Animal Farm, when it paid for the animated feature. Since the beginning, since pre World War II, to make it easy. What do you think is happening right now? What do you think is happening when CBS, Oprah, put on Meghan Markle and Harry to tell the world that the royal family is racist? What do you think that was about? Americans have no clue. They're looking at you and me like, I don't know what does that mean? What? What? Yes. Why do you think that was so? Do you think CBS or Oprah would have put something on, an expose to show how Hunter Biden is a degenerate? No. See? They wouldn't do that. Why this? Why are they doing that? What are they trying to change? What are they trying to fix? See, this is what Americans, to them, everything is just the surface level. It's like going into a doctor's office and reading People magazine. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at his eye work. Oh, look at that. That's it. Just the cover. Just to. Oh, I don't care about that. Oh, I don't watch that. Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care. And they're laughing. They're saying, we tell these people what we're doing. We show these people what we're doing, and they don't understand it. They don't do anything. Here was a story. This one got me today. I could not believe what I was seeing, okay? This got me. Wow. This is the best one here. Marin County. Oh my God. California's Marin County. Tony Bennett, Robin Williams, George Lucas, Marin County. And what do we have here? 2 Mile homeless camp takes over in California's poshest Marin County. We have these friends of ours who don't understand what's happening to Westchester, Greenwich, pretty soon Mendham. They're going to be all of these estates, Bedford. You cannot believe how this area is filled with still estates. There are parts of Westchester and New Rochelle, Thomas Paine's home, where you can still see these mansions, these estates must be. You still see the walls of these all over the place. It's money that's so old. It's incredible. The Astors and the Rockefellers where do you think they're going? There, Greenwich. We're at Tony Greenwich. Why is that happening? What is happening? Look at what's going on. You read this. Did you see this? Why are cities collapsing? Americans don't know. Why is San Francisco losing Whole Foods, Nordstrom's? What's going on? Why is crime on the rise? Why is nobody doing anything? What is this criminal legal studies? You keep who are the crits? What is restorative justice? What's going on here? And whatever is happening here, they're doing all over. It's just little things like no new gas stoves, congestion pricing here. It's going to be there too. It's going to be for you. They're moving people out. And Americans don't know anything. They will look at the most microscopic pieces of evidence, like Hunter Biden, or the laptop. I don't think anybody really understands what the laptop means. I don't think anybody really gets the notion of what the laptop. What does it mean? What is the significance of the laptop? Everybody knows what's in it. Everybody's got it. Rudy Giuliani had the contact. What is happening? We don't know. You see, this is the thing which is the most important. And you have to get this. You have to realize this. If I wanted to pick the winning side, I'd go to the shadow government. I'd go there. I'd go China. I'd go CCP. They're the winner. They're going to win this thing. They're going to win this. And election 2024, they're going to win. The Democrats. Absolutely. There is this movement that is so powerful. And I've never seen anything. Democrats who don't care, Republicans who don't care. I mean, they kind of care a little bit. And the news, you've got to know where to go look. Where to go look. Where do you really find out what's going on? Most people say, I don't know. Because I know people, if it doesn't land in their Instagram, I know people, Instagram is where they get their news. Instagram. If it doesn't land there, not if they go looking for it, but if it doesn't show up in terms of Facebook or they're not going to see it. Instagram. You hear what I'm telling you? They don't know. They have no idea. We have a guy here. This Marine, his name is Penny. Sounds like a Wild West name, isn't it? Will Penny or something like that. Anyway, he's this Marine who choked. They say it's a choke, but it was a carotid restraint. They call him a Michael Jackson impersonator. Once you get hit with a label, they say Michael Jackson impersonator. He wasn't a Michael Jackson impersonator for years. He is schizoid, very mentally ill. That was then. Remember when Trayvon Martin? Remember when Trayvon Martin? Remember when you first heard about Trayvon Martin? Remember this? Remember when it was a picture of him when he was like in kindergarten? They had the little mortar board. I said, they killed a kid. Remember that? Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman. Oh my God. Trayvon Martin, look. Then they showed a picture. I said, who's that? That's Trayvon Martin. Wait a minute. Who's that? That's Trayvon. Oh, you mean Trayvon Martin's now? Yes, Trayvon Martin's now is a large, almost an adult, full-sized human being. Well, why did you keep showing me pictures of him as a kindergartner? Why do you think? So notice how, and you have the media are in lockstep. Did you see the deposition of the President Trump, in a civil deposition? Did you see what that does to the demeaning of the image? Did you see what it does? Do you understand this symbolic, the effect of having him sit answering questions? Many of them were meaningless. Worst deposition ever. What are you asking these questions that mean nothing? So did you live there? Where is Trump Tower? And if you live there, is that your residence? Is that where you live? What are you doing? What is this? What's your favorite color? Who's your favorite Beatle? Ginger or Marianne? Did you see how that worked? And they were on it. They were on it. They were on it all over the place to keep reminding you. The mainstream media are in just lockstep. And what do you think they're going to do to Bobby Kennedy Jr.? In terms of his information, let me rephrase that because you've got to be careful today. What do you think is going to happen to him? Oh, watch this. This is going to be real good. Real good. Watch. You want to teach somebody? They love to teach a lesson to somebody. They love to teach a lesson. They love it. Every now and then. Remember when they did Joe Rogan? They started with him because Neil Young. Hey, Neil, what? Pretend you're going to pull your catalog of songs out because you don't like what Joe Rogan is saying about vaccines or something. Say, I have to do that? Yes. Okay, I don't know who cares about the Neil Young collection. And then Nils Lofgren. Who? Nils Lofgren. Who's that? That's Cloris Leachman's husband. No, that's Lars. Who's that? Bruce Springsteen? Who? Remember that? And what did Joe Rogan say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was saying. Okay, he's smart. What is he, stupid? Pick the hill you want to die on. Pick the hill you want to die on. What do you think they're going to do to Bobby Kennedy Jr.? You think they're going to let him do that? You think his family's going to sit back and say, keep this stuff up? They're not going to talk about his view on globalism or Pinochet and Allende. What do you think they're going to do to him? Watch what happens. Oh, get ready for that one. This is going to be terrific. Does America understand what's going on? No. No. Does America think this is about vaccines? It's not about vaccines. It's bigger. It's about somebody. It's about this side versus this side. Sometimes we just want to take you out just to show you who's boss. Sometimes people get taken out. For example, Kathy Griffin. Why is Kathy Griffin? Kathy Griffin made a joke about Trump. That's no good. Wait a minute. You hate Trump. Yes, we hate Trump. But we hate you more. Why? We just do. The Dixie Chicks. They jumped. They were after George Bush, not after 9/11. Do people like George Bush now? Yes. Wait a minute. They do? Yes. Does America understand that? No. They don't even understand why the coronation's on. They don't understand it. They just love to sit back and say, this is stupid. This is stupid. That's America. This is stupid. And we are an expert in what stupid is. They don't get it. They don't understand it. This is what's important here. football, NASCAR, human behavior, the militarization of football, flyovers, American flag, patriotism. What's that about? That's been forever. Why do you think that is? Big, huge, incredible. That is bread and circuses. We all know that. Who said that? Juvenal. We know about that. Where do you think that's from? How does that work? Why is the Navy now talking about a digital transgender recruiting? What's that about? Does America talk about that? No. Do they understand what that's about? No. Who's really responsible? Do you think Mark Milley and Austin got up one morning and said, got an idea? What is it? We want to have more transgender LGBTQ plus recruiting themes. You think that? Do you think they want that? Do you think, when you look at Mark Milley, look at him, and Austin, do they want that? Look at the Marines. You think they want this? No. So who's in charge? Who's in charge? Let me ask you this question. Who's running the show? Answer me. Who's running the show? Who's running the show? Who's running the show? Who? You think Joe Biden's running the show? You think he comes up with it? No. Do you know why Joe Biden's not in? Why is Joe Biden not in? Why is the president not? And for the president not to travel, that's one thing. But why don't you think he's over there? Why don't you think? Americans don't know. They have no idea. They're too busy saying, oh, I don't watch that. I don't care about that. That's stupid to me. That's dumb. I know. I like to say things are dumb. That's what Americans do. Nothing means anything to us. Nothing. Nothing means anything to us. We just sort of, we just kind of, sort of maybe, I don't know, we just talk about stuff. We laugh at stuff. We just laugh at stuff. We don't know what any of this stuff means. None of it. And what do we ever do? Nothing. And what's happening to Ron DeSantis? I don't know. And what do you think about Ron DeSantis? Well, he's okay, I guess. What do you think Ron DeSantis is? Well, he's okay. Well, what do you think about 2024? What do you think about this? What does it take? What does 2024? Where is it shaping up? Who is it going to be? Well, tell me. What's going to happen? Who's going to win 2024? Oh, well, Trump is. What? Well, maybe not Trump. DeSantis? Well, have you given this much thought, America? No, not really. I don't really care. It's next year. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just, you know me. I'm busy. You're busy, huh? Yeah, maybe busy. Do you know what's happening with Russia and Ukraine? Not really. No, not really. What is NATO? I don't know. I'm not really sure what that means. Can we talk about AGI? Who? AGI? Is that the insurance company? No, AIG. Oh, yeah. The Chat GPT. My son does. I'm not very good with computers. Do you know what artificial intelligence is? No. You know Kamala Harris is in charge of that, yeah? Oh, yeah. What is artificial intelligence? I don't know. No, seriously, what is it? No, I don't know. Is it a robot? It's a robot, right? Is it a robot? Is that what you're talking about? Is this a robot? Because if it's a robot, I think I know about that. But I'm not sure. Who runs artificial intelligence? I don't know. I mean somebody. The government? There are many people thinking about having a 6 months moratorium on it. What do you think? What's a moratorium? To stop it? Okay. Well, maybe. I guess. Sort of. Yeah. By the way, any idea of any accountability in terms of the money sent to Ukraine? No, it's freedom, right? Isn't it freedom? You tell me. I don't know. I'm an American. I don't I don't know these things. I don't know. I'm just here. Look, I just lured in. I just came in this morning to join this chat thing. I don't know anything about it. You keep asking me questions. What do you want from me? I want you to be aware. I mean, I'm aware, sort of, kind of. I mean, I sort of things. Can I just make fun of things? I'm really good at that. Did you see Katy Perry get lost at the coronation? I saw that. That was funny. That'll be a great meme. I love memes. I like TikTok memes. They're going to have Katy Perry walking in with crickets and things. I love that stuff. Short of that, I really don't know. Short of that, I don't know of anything. I'm not really, whatever. Did you hear about the balloons? More balloons? Yeah. What was that? You tell me. I don't know. Did the government ever tell you what that was? You know they didn't. Did they ever tell you? Did they ever look at any of this information and say, yep, that's Chinese, or yep, that's what, or it's extraterrestrial, or whatever? Did you ever follow up on that? No. Did MSNBC? No. Did CNN follow up? No. Does anybody ever follow up on anything? No. Who is in charge of your world? I don't know. Are you voting? Well, I guess. What are you? Well, I'm a Republican. Why? Well, because, we've always been Republican. Same way you're a Christian, right? Oh, of course. Because you were born in this country. Yes. And your parents were Christian. Yes. Of course. Or Catholic or Jewish or whatever. You are what you're born into it. Anywhere in the world. See, go here. Converts, very few. Most people, if you're born here, you're of that faith. If you go over here, you believe in this God. If you go over here, you believe in that God. That's the way humans work. Did you notice, back to the coronation, the similarity between the Catholic Church and the Protestant and this Church of England? Did you hear that? Do you know what the difference means? No. What's the difference between Catholicism and Protestantism? The Pope? Is that it? That's the Pope, right? Is that it? Vatican? Catholic school? Well, I don't know. No, what's the difference between being a Protestant and being a Catholic? There's the Pope. You said that. Yeah, I know I said that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. You're a Catholic? Oh, yes. Born and raised. Yep. Went to Catholic school. St. Bonaventure of Cleveland or whatever. Yes. And, yeah. Okay. And if one were to convert to Catholicism, what would they convert to? First Communion? Is that it? That's America. That's America. That's where we are. That level of this is who we are. That level of intrigue, that level is to me this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the word is. I don't know how to explain this, but it's this level of kind of a disjointedness. Now, right now as we speak, what is the number one? Let me ask you. Let me just stop for a second. Everybody's so terrific. Where is everybody from right now? Let's take a little time out. This is heavy stuff on a Saturday morning. Give me a roll call. Where are you from? I'm fascinated by where you're from because it tells me a lot about where you're from. And I understand what that means. It means something to me. I want to know the name of the city that you're from. Not your, don't say Ohio or UK. No, I want to know, what does that mean? What does that mean? Where are you from? Imagine There's No Heaven. I hate that song. Imagine all the people living in heaven. Oh. John Lennon, after he left the Beatles, did nothing. Paul McCartney is the genius. He did Wings and Listen What the Man Said. And there's Staten Island, Tampa, Chester, Virginia, Miami by way of Nigeria, Wilmerding. I don't know where Wilmerding is. Denmark. Notice that? Notice how he misspells it? Just kidding. Verona, New Jersey. Osterfield, Georgia. Greenville, New York. Boise, Holland. I'm from Cork, Ireland, but I live in Phuket, Thailand. It's a beautiful place from what I hear. Thai food is just tremendous. Scotland. Ayrshire. I love that. There are places that I've always, you know who I've always loved? You know Geordie's, Newcastle. I think those are my people. Aussies, in many respects, because of their attitude. Then New Zealand, who oftentimes get confused with Australians for reasons that make no particular. Scotland. I think they are just. And I know accents mean nothing to people, but to me it's mesmerizing. I can listen. I love it. I know to them it's accent. To you, I know relative to me. You're correct about that. Hagerstown, Maryland. East Berlin, Pennsylvania. Chilmark, Martha's Vineyard. Beauteous place. The whole Martha's Vineyard. Doesn't that sound just Martha's Vineyard? It just sounds like, ooh. Doesn't it? Ooh. Now, who is here first today? Who is here first? First time. Brand new. Never been here before. Have no idea why you're here. You just showed up and you say, what the hell is this? Who is this guy? And has everybody subscribed? I hope to God you have. Has everybody subscribed? Who's a brand new person? Never before. Never. Have no idea what you're doing here. You're just here. Port Tampa. Port Tampa's a very, you know from Port Tampa. Dick Murdoch, Terry Bollea, Robinson High School, Mike Graham, the Graham brothers, Steve Kern, Gator Kern, remember that? Hulk Hogan. You understand? Yeah. Port Tampa. All right, Clearwater. Clearwater Beach. Interesting place. Read Robert Burns if you like Scotland. Yes. Well, I'd like to read it maybe afterwards if you don't mind. Look at this. Cranford, New Jersey, exit 137 on the Parkway. Beautiful. So apparently nobody here is new, which is a very interesting thing here. Because I try my best. I try to WIOD. Was I ever on WIOD? I know there was Neil Rogers. Neil Rogers, one of the greats. Was Bobby Heenan from Tampa? He lived in Tampa. Great friend of mine. He and his wife and his daughter loved him. He was from, I think, originally was it Minneapolis, Minnesota, something like that. Dale Mabry, big stretch in Tampa. Also, people pronounce it Dale Mayberry. They mispronounce it like Bradington. They add this word to it. No more topics? Listen to Roy. No more topics? Is that it? Excuse me? Huh? No. Are we out of topics? Imagine Roy at a just a get together. So hi, Grandma. Excuse me, Grandma. Yeah. Are we going to be talking more about your pains? Just want to let you know. Are we changing the topic? We were talking about Uncle Ben's arms, and then we're talking about my grandma's leg. Are we changing topics? Just want to let you know. That's terrific. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it? Are we done with that? Should we? I have no say here. I'm just somebody who from out of the cold. But just want to let you know. Are we changing? Can you let me know? Maybe have a little sign up here like a hymnal. We're changing the topic. Just let's if it's all the same to you, because I want to go. There's another live feed on DARPA. I just nothing personal. I just want to go talk about. They're going to be talking about DARPA and Wayfair as a smuggling tool. Oh my God! I watched you on George Galloway, MOAT. I've watched you since. George Galloway is one of my favorite people in the world. George Galloway, from Mother of All Talk Show Hosts, Moats, is one of the best, one of the best people ever. And he's part of a kind of an, what am I trying to say? A very, very interesting group of people. He's foreign to us. He's European. He understands the world. He's different. He's terrific. There's so much great stuff out there. I think he's wonderful. I watch so many people that I really enjoy. I get involved in certain I get hooked on things. I am such a big fan of Judge Napolitano. It depends. Napolitano. Which is the correct way to pronounce it. He's excellent. I heard a lot of people. Pepe Escobar, terrific. The Duran I like very, very much. Fabulous. The lovely and enigmatic Scott Ritter. How about Colonel McGregor? Wow. What are we talking about? This is. Now we're on to it. And there's another one that is, I'm really, let me see. There is, what is the name of, it's called America's Untold Stories. I love this. Mark Gruber and Eric Hunley. Have you seen this? Great. Mark Gruber, for some reason, this is interesting, blocked me on Twitter. I have no idea. It's okay. It's a free country. Did you ever notice that? Did you ever get blocked? Somebody blocks you and you say, who is this guy? I don't know. He blocked me. Why did he block me? I don't know. Who is he? I don't know who he is. Let's go. Are we changing the topic? Just let you know. Mom, are we talking? No, I appreciate it. Dad, Mom, I love this, but we just want to let you know because if you're changing the topic, I'm gonna get some more pizza. But I'll be right back. If you go back to the topic, let me know. Anyway, this is one of the best. I love it. Listen about CIA. Anything with the Kennedy investigation is fantastic. I listen to it. I've been listening to a lot of Amity Shlaes, big fan, on Calvin Coolidge. Calvin Coolidge is one of the greatest presidents of all time. It's incredible. There's so much fascinating stuff out there. And it's just, and I love when people have different styles. There was a, what was his name? Ex-psychiatrist, CIA, whatever it is. I can't remember his name. He was like, not Matrix or something. I got to go back. But his wife always starts off like this, and then she jumps out. I love that. It's this, she's starting it. You know what I'm talking about. He's the whatever, and it's wonderful. There's so much great stuff out there. I like this fellow, Viva Frey. Interesting. He's in his car. I can't bring myself to that. Barnes, a lawyer. Fascinating. Just something different. It's just different. That's all. That's interesting to hear. I like this. To Duran, I love to hear this. The way one says, this in the approximate incarnation of the... He has this wonderful... You have two guys, Alex and Alexander. I don't know. But one talks like this. In the precipitation of the ammunition that is in some way refulgent. What is this? It's like they're turning the car. It's like you're driving it. Anyway, give me that. You can have what? Megyn Kelly? Please, give me something. I love great. I just love this stuff. It's great. And I want somebody to make me think. And I don't care if you... How do I say this? I don't care if you... If what you're saying is not ordinary or... I don't care. I live in a world that tells me everything about history is wrong. Everything is a fake. Everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. Everything. Everything that you hear is wrong. I would love to hear Grubert. I heard the other day he was talking to another Kennedy historian, and they were talking about things. I said, what do we... Well, was it Fletcher and the Deuce? I don't know. Was it 30 outside? Oh, in front of the... No, but in the back of the... Yes. Well, what about the Tex-Mex Dex? What is... I'd love to sit here and say, Bobby Kennedy, yeah, sit here for a minute. Tell him. Have you heard the RFK investigation? Oh my God. What are we doing here? You're running for president? I would say, tell me about this again. Tell me. We live in a country where we are told, well, you're just you see, you can't really be a good investigator because you see, you're sitting in your bedroom on a bed and there's a TV tray behind you and you wear a funny hat. And we just, you can't possibly be an independent, legitimate journalist because you don't work for CNN. That's what people believe. There are people walking around here who are just, oh my God. John Mearsheimer I've heard him a million times. I think he gives the same speech. Have you heard Kotkin? This is my favorite. He just hates Stalin, hates Russia, hates everything. There's no realism. He's fantastic. Fascinating, but there's no, can you put things into perspective? Can you just explain this? And I have to go to the royal experts to explain what does this mean? What is happening? Because in America, nobody gets it. They just don't. History means nothing. This one means, I'm still trying to figure out the Vietnam War. I was listening to Joe Galloway and X-Ray, the first battle with Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore. Remember that? I'm still listening to those lectures. I'm still asking myself, how did Vietnam ever occur in the first place? How did this happen? We're still asking. Don't you find that interesting? And right now, one day they're going to look back and they're going to say, you mean there was a Biden? Yes. And you didn't do anything? Nothing. And not only that, nobody knew anything. Nobody knew anything. They told you. It's like Larry Bird who would tell you, I'm going to jump. I'm going to do a jumper. I'm going to put a 3-pointer right there when I come out, and there's nothing you can do about it. Trash talking, they would always say. He trash talk. That's what the Democrats do. And you can go, listen, you want to watch? We should have a Fox News watching parties because the people think this means something. Did you hear the latest John Kennedy? He torched somebody. You don't mean to you don't know exactly what a climate deep change artists are. You can't even explain to me what a climatologist is. No, sir. So you're taking billions of dollars and you can't even remind us of the fundamental rudiments of what it even means in the first place. No, sir. Thank you. Goes into the rotation. Next up, here's a great, did you see that great clip of John Kennedy? Oh, he's so great. Here he is trashing, slamming, torching this. That's it. Want to hear another one? Oh, we got Marsha Blackburn. Jim Jordan. He trashes. You want to hear Ted Cruz trash somebody? Marjorie Taylor Greene was trashing people. Did they pass any legislation? No. But they're trashing. That's what we do today. That's what we do. And you love it. You love it. You're saying, that's good enough for me. But your country, what's happening to? Well, it happens. Come on, what are you going to do? I'm busy. I'm busy trashing. I'm having too much time. I'm watching this. I'm having a good time. I talk a good game, but, are you changing the subject? Anybody? Just let me know. That's who we are. And it's great to be. And by the way, I used to get really frustrated. Oh, my God. I used to sometimes pull away from this and think, dear God, I don't know what's going on. Why do I talk to these people? Not you, but other people. And I realized, what am I getting so upset about? If it doesn't bother them, so what? What do I care? It's funny. It's like being in a mental hospital and saying, there's nothing bothers these people. Nothing bothers these people in the least. So that's that. Now, what I hope you do in the meantime is I hope you, by the way, no one has earned one today. Isn't that something? You should be ashamed of yourself. Sitting and taking of me. Taking of me. Look at this. 47 minutes. Making me perform and you just, it's okay. I understand. Look, I got it. Philanthropy, empathy. These are things that, what are you going to do? I want you to make sure you go to Mrs. L's YouTube channel at Lynn's Warriors. Oh my God, she talks about this new thing called the Dirty Dozen. You know what the Dirty Dozen is? It's not what you think. There's a whole other world of horrors that are befalling our children. If you've got kids today, I don't know how you let them out. I wouldn't let my kid near a school. I would homeschool. I'd rather a child watch YouTube instructional. I think you can learn more about math and history and maybe go to a field trip maybe an hour a day, than go to school. Convinced. Schools are indoctrination centers. People don't know what they're talking about. So please follow her at Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. It's very important. Very, very critical. Very, very critical. And also on Twitter at Lynn's Warriors as well. It's something that I'm telling you, it's just, pick the area you really, in fact, what is the area? Is there one area where you, look at this. Look at Raul Rodriguez. This guy, you never, ever, ever, you can always count on Raul. Raulcito, muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Raul. Hand crepitations for you. Raul, what is your subject matter? I can listen to, I used to despise the Lex Friedman show. Oh, I couldn't take it. I said, what is this? He was like flat. And can you tell me why quantum gravity cannot be interspersed under a Dawkins model? Oh my God, what is 2-3 million views? Fantastic. He has everybody on. Joe Rogan, this and that. Ben David, don't get it. Don't understand it. Don't get it. Have you watched all the great, I love the great Mafia, Mikey Scars here, Sammy the Bull here, Fat Augie here. This is the greatest symphony of information you can imagine. And The other day, one of the best ever, let me see, one of the best stories ever, Maxwell Taylor, World War II, Grubert did one, or Gruber. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. One of the most fascinating, I think it was on Maxwell Taylor, incredible. History, remember, history would be a wonderful thing if only it were true. But I am telling you right now that the information that I have learned from these people, is just incredible. Let me see something. Oh, how about the studies on Mac Wallace? Mac Wallace, the enforcer, LBJ. How about LBJ's sister? Just, I mean, do you remember this? The Sirhan story? How about this guy, James DiEugenio? Tremendous. Jimmy Swaggart. There's so much great. General Edwin Walker. There we go. Spend your time. I thought I knew everything. I'm realizing, like most people, we don't know anything. It is right there. By the way, the likes have been absolutely piteous. Only 119 likes. That's it. What do you have to do to like something? Nothing. Oh, do I have to lift my arm for that? Yes! Are we changing the subject? Just warn me if you're going to. It's just I'm funny about that. Do I have to like this? You have to like this. Okay. Can I like it later? No, like it now. All right. I want to like it. God. What else do I have to do? I've been talking to you for 52 minutes. I know. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I just, I'm busy. I'm sitting back in the beanbag chair. I got the Cheeto dust. It's getting on my thing. I don't have time for this. Plus, maybe I'm watching it later. 131 likes. That's it. Lex Friedman could fall asleep for 20 minutes. He gets 2 million hits. I don't get it. But you know what? I respect that. Anybody who can do that, I respect it big time. YouTube, one of these days, people are going to realize it. I still think is the greatest source of information for me. I was listening at one point, Mrs. L will tell you, to Nixon interviews. Nixon, over. And he fascinated me after he left office. Loved it. I used to listen. I've listened to Watergate 1,000,000 times, and I realized two things, or one thing in particular. Woodward and Bernstein are such phonies, it's not even funny. This was a palace coup. This was unnecessary. Unnecessary. But see, that's then we're figuring it out. But right now, we have something in which people could say, you know what? I'm going to pay attention this time. And the people in charge are giving you all the clues. All right. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. And Rodriguez, Raul, muchísimas gracias, señor. And also, one more time for you. All right, kids, you have a great and a glorious day. See you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. Actually, this evening at 7 p.m., do a little wrap-up. There's some stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to go watch, and today I'm going to spend some time looking at the post-coronation. Also, look at how the royals, remember what they did to Mountbatten? Don't forget, they're German. Battenberg became Mountbatten. Remember that one. Remember what happened also to the Wallace Simpson and the old, what was his name, Edward? Oh, no, David. He was the Duke of Windsor. Oh, my God, they slapped him around like you cannot believe One of the most incredible stories ever. The abuse. One of the funniest stories ever when he says, "Yes, Wallace, I abdicated." "You what?" "I abdicated the throne." "You what?" "For you. Because I love you." "You're an idiot. What are you doing?" "No, I abdicated. We couldn't get married." "Who wants to get married to you? What are you talking about? You're an idiot." "I'm not an idiot." "Yes, you are." She was furious. Don't you, the royal family, Philip, the Greek, remember Philip's mother, honey? We talk about old Phil's mother. Wow. What about Jack the Ripper? Where'd he come from? That's an interesting story. And who was responsible for it? Was Edward the Seventh, who got us involved in World War One? Who was probably one of Victoria, who mourned for how many years? 40 years. She had the affair with Brown. She was addicted to morphine, and wore black all the time. This, you can't. Where else can you get this from? Homozygotic inbred cousins, for crying out loud. It's beautiful. And Diana, and Harry, and Andrew. You know who Porchy is? Lord Porchester? No. Are you going to look it up? No. Are you changing the subject? Excuse me. I think I speak for all of us when I ask you. I think you're changing it. No, I think you're changing it this time. Because just give us a hint. Because I can't follow well, and you have to tell me. This is still the best story anybody has ever seen. I can't put it into words. I cannot tell you how interesting it is. But you don't care. And I don't blame you because you're busy. All right, dear friends, we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And until then, remember these valedictories, these words. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.